As we gear up to start a new season of Haunt Me, it's incredible to me to look back on our first investigation of last year. Many of us had never even investigated before, but we're very eager to try. After a season full of learning and adventures, we are all on fairly equal footing now. We have all gained experience as investigators, and together have formed a bond based on trust and camaraderie. Since Caitlin has decided to leave the team this year, it'll be important for us to up our game in order to keep the group strong at 5 members. As we go into a new season of Haunts, Ty, Katie, Carol, Sean, and I are going to need to depend on one another to succeed. There are so many new, unexplored, haunted Maine locations for us to journey to this season, and I'm so excited to be back on the hunt. This picturesque building is the McArthur Library, a former church and cathedral that has housed books for more than a century. We've been called here to investigate this location, which is right down the street from the famed Biddeford textile mills. Is this just coincidence, or is Biddeford a hotspot for paranormal activity?
My name is Jeff Cabral, and I'm the director here at McArthur Library in Biddeford. The thing that struck me the most about the building was clearly the size of it, just in terms of the cavernous space and the sort of echoes you hear upstairs just when the building is open. We actually do have a lot of staff who aren't that comfortable being here alone at night. We did have at least 2 janitors who left in the middle of the night because one had seen something and one had heard something.
So thank you for having us, Jeff.
Sure, thanks for being here.
Would you mind taking us through the library and just telling us a little bit about each room that we're going to be investigating tonight?
This is the children's room of the library. We really don't know what this room was used for when the building was a church, but there were obviously 40 years where this was the downstairs of the church, and this room was basically like this ornate parlor.
Occasionally, if I'm here and the staff have left, I might even try to convince myself that, oh, there's other people in the building, because if you start thinking about the size of the building and the many stairways and sort of the maze of the building and just how big it is a little daunting to be here alone at night.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa, that's pretty cool.
This is the nave and the main gathering space for the church, and then it ever since then has been known as the Stevens Reading Room.
The library is a really beautiful place.
I really like the building. It's really pretty. Definitely really feeling the original architectural aspects of it.
I would assume if there is a haunting here, it would be because of the age of the building.
And really, if not for the mill workers in Biddeford, we wouldn't have ever ended up in this space.
So there's like a connection between the Biddeford Mill that we did an episode with and the McArthur Library then?
There is. Robert McArthur was a Pepperell Mill agent or manager, and the building is named for him because he purchased the building and he gave the building to the Library Reading Room Association.
Biddeford is unique because it's one of the first cities in Maine to have a public library, even though it was a one-room location in the City Hall.
The library collection itself started as a room in City Hall in 1863, so this is the 150th anniversary of the library. And the building itself was actually built in 1863, coincidentally, and it was built as the Pavilion Congregational Church. In 1894, there was a fire in Biddeford City Hall, which destroyed the building and the library collection. The library collection moved into a storefront on Main Street. Robert McArthur, who was an agent of Pepperell Mill, purchased this building and gave it to the Biddeford Library Reading Room Association for use as the library. And in 1902, the library moved in here, and they decided to name it after Robert McArthur.
Oh my God!
This is, the smell.
Old book smell.
Book smell.
Get in my face.
Oh, this is great. I love this.
Some amazing pieces of the collection in here. whether it's old government documents behind you guys, there's all these photographic glass plate negatives. We are very lucky to have an archivist here, so 5 years ago when she started, this room was packed and you couldn't have fit this many people in here. So a lot of that material has actually been made available to the public. We've brought it downstairs. We've set up a local history collection downstairs here. So that's Robert McArthur, and that's Dane York.
Dane York is the unofficial historian of the city of Biddeford, and he was the city librarian here, so the director here for about 30 years. He passed away in 1970.
So many of my staff remember coming to this library and having Dane be here.
Dane's picture is in the attic along with Robert McArthur's, and I think, you know, the way they've been kind of positioned, the pictures have been positioned in the attic, it's almost as if they're sort of, you know, looking over the library.
Do you have any inclination if Dane, you know, is still around, or if he's what's causing the hauntings here?
We've been downstairs, we've heard a noise, and the sort of, you know, the story is always that, oh, that's just Dane, or that's just Mr. York.
If there is paranormal activity in a place, I would imagine that it would happen in a place like Biddeford. It's a city where people, you know, definitely do care about each other and care about the past and care about their families and their ancestors. I would think if anyone really wanted to come back and visit here, this would be a place that holds a lot of memories for them one way or the other.
As you may recall from last season, we give a pre-rate score before every investigation based on the evidence given to us. Most of the evidence that Jeff has told us about is circumstantial, though it is intriguing. We are going to give the McArthur Library a pre-rate score of 2 on the grounds that we've heard some personal experiences and that the library has a solid historical foundation that could lend itself to a possible haunting.
All right, so we're back on the hunt.
We're back.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a beautiful place. I'm so excited.
I know. I can't wait to just do this. It's been so long, and I just don't want Carol to mess it up is where I'm at.
You're an idiot.
I know.
The library is a really big place, which allows us to avoid sound contamination on each of our teams. It's been a while since we've all been out investigating together, so tonight we're really going to bust out the big guns.
Thanks to the generosity of our fans out there, we'll be able to deliver crystal clear sound to you guys this season with instruments like this and lavaliers. However, we'll still carry our digital audio recorders with us. Otherwise, these new sound systems would edit out the EVPs that live in the static.
In addition to the new IR equipment we have, we're going to be bringing back some old favorites like the laser grid and the spirit box. Katie and I are going to be trying out some new metaphysical techniques, which we'll use on each of our teams. Ty, Katie, and Carol on one team, and Sean and I are going to be on the smaller team. Okay. Keep in mind that whatever's here might be shy. It seems like a lot of the people that had experiences heard things coming from other rooms, so it seems like whatever it is staying on the periphery.
Since this is the first episode of season 2, I say we do one of these.
Power Rangers?
Power Rangers. Go haunt me!
We're friendly, we just want to have a conversation. Maybe if you have any messages you want to pass on. My name's Ashley.
My name is Sean.
Mr. York, I know that you were here for many years, back in the mid-20th century. You still really care about this library? Oh, flicker. Okay, that was really great. Could you take a step toward me, please? If you come even closer, you can light that up to yellow or orange.
We were getting slight flicker on the K2, so I decided to snap a photo of Ashley during that time. I don't believe in orbs, but there was a little ball of weird light right above your head when I took that picture.
Can I see? While the K2 was flickering, Sean took a photo of me and a strange orb appeared over my head. All right, I'm just...
Sorry, I just wanted to do another one just to see.
He took another photo right after and there was nothing there. So if it was dust, it probably would have shown up in the second photo.
That is so pretty in this light.
I brought all kinds of quartz because it doesn't matter what kind of quartz you use. They're all like big on channeling energy. Tonight I brought a ton of quartz because of the granite slabs in the basement being made up of quartz. And quartz is a really high energy channel. We welcome all of any kind of spirit that's here. My name is Katie.
I'm Ty.
I'm Carol.
I was hoping that bringing a lot of extra quartz would make it easier for them to maybe manifest, talk, move an object, and not drain our battery power. So I have 2 lights here. I have a green one and I have a red one. The red one will record your voice if you want to say anything to us. The green one, if you come near, it'll light up. And you can answer questions that way. If you want to say yes, you can come and touch it. If you want to say no, you may want to leave it alone. Again, knocking, moving things, that's all another option if you want to stay away from us. But we would love to get to know you better.
Let's check out the tower because none of us have seen it yet.
All right, we're going up right now.
Yeah, this is just a little room, you'll see. When we went upstairs into the attic, it was pretty quiet up there. So we went through into the tower. Sean managed to climb up the tower a little bit, and that was fun. But there wasn't much happening on the paranormal front in the tower. We went into the room off of the tower that is above the reading room, and that room had a lot of activity in it. Do you know Dane York?
Wow, it's call and response right now.
Are you Dane York? Can you light that up if you're Dane York? Nope, but they know him. Right?
The key was pretty much in orange the whole time. I mean, not steadily, but Ash would ask a question and then it would spike to orange.
That is steady. That's great. Do you want to play a little game with us? How it will work is I'll ask you a yes or no question. If the answer is yes, you'll light this up. And if it's no, you'll take a step back. Can you take a step back right now, please? And can you light this up if you want to play that game? The K2 was going wild most of the time. It went up to orange numerous times. It followed me around through the room. Can you see us? Can you light this up if you can see us? Okay.
Can you keep it a solid orange for just a second?
Can you stand right near where my hand is? Keep it up at orange. All right, that's great, thank you. So you can see us. Do we look like shadows to you? Can you light that up if we look like shadows? I found out that it was a child. It's not alone, knows it's dead, doesn't want us to come back.
I'm so confused.
What is happening to you?
I'm just really confused. When I was over there, I didn't want to say anything just because I thought it was me. But you see where my head shadow is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just do it with my arm. I saw something go. I thought I saw a shadow out of the corner of my eye, and I didn't say anything. Thought I saw it again, and I think I finally said something then. After that, a few minutes later, Ty saw something.
They moved across, I wouldn't say human form, it was just more like a blob of, I guess, shadow that moved in front of the bookcases, or it would move in front of the light source, or in front of the beams we saw.
Oh, we gotta figure this out.
I'm going back here because I keep seeing something back here. I'm just going for it.
I feel like it's doing, what most of you.
I'm scared though. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you want us to come with you?
No, that's okay. The doorway was sort of a black mass. Because it's a doorway, so the light, goes all the way through. So we couldn't really see it very well. And I was really focused on it, and so I decided that I was gonna go down there because I sort of just felt like something was down there.
So right now, Katie is in the depths. She's across the hall because we thought we saw some shadow playing there. And Ty and I keep thinking we see some shadows by the bookshelf, and we're trying to debunk it, and we're really not getting anywhere because we can't figure it out. Which is a good thing for the paranormal viewers, but
Not for me.
we're really getting aggravated here. Katie, if I didn't know you and you were just walking to me like that,
That'd be the coolest thing ever.
I'd love to be freaked out. You're freaking me out really bad.
Samara.
So I'm freaked out.
Something happened there?
Something is in there. I thought it was in the corner behind the shelf, and so I was speaking in that general direction, but it was in front of me. And I didn't realize that until it moved.
Are you seeing it or can you feel it?
It's just a mass.
Mass of energy.
And it seemed like it was just the wall, because it's very dark in there, so it seemed like it was just the wall. But then when it moved, I noticed that there were actually like a ladder pressed up. Like there were things behind it that I didn't see before.
I don't know what it was. It was a black mass. It made me really nervous because I kind of couldn't tell it was there until it moved.
You want them all go in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel better about it.
Okay.
I wasn't scared at first. Well, I kind of was. Obviously, it's kind of scary, but.
So no flashlights?
Okay, so I was speaking to it over here,
Over in that corner?
but it was right there. And see how there's like something right here?
Yeah.
I didn't see this until it moved. So that's what I'm talking about, this like wheelie thing. And then whatever was here moved, and the reason I even noticed it move, because it's pretty dark, is that I saw this all of a sudden.
So it
I
was
was
a
like, wait a minute.
Can I see? Can you see? Are you still here? Did you not want Sean to hold this?
Sorry, did I scare you?
They're right over here, so.
See, no, okay, you stand there.
They're right here. I just,
Full on.
yep.
We were getting ready to leave, and we were asking a few more questions just to verify that call and response. And I suddenly got super cold. I got goose pimples pretty much all over me.
Say something really loud right now. And it's gone.
Ugh, I just got chill.
It's
Oh!
right next to you.
I just
Oh my
got
god, my
chill.
hand is vibrating right now. When I put my hand right over there, I could actually feel my fingers like vibrating, which is weird. I've never really had that happen.
Like orange right next to me, like in this area. So that was very interesting. I have goose pimples too.
See, Sean isn't so bad, huh? He's nice. He's not gonna hurt you. Around that time, our cameraman, Dave, he didn't tell us this at the time because he was being, a good cameraman. But afterward, he told us that his arm was like burning and he has this strange rash on it now that just showed up randomly during that experience.
Smell that book smell.
Okay.
Seems pretty lit up.
Is that just the orange from the outside?
No, it's lit up.
We were really trying to make contact with whatever Ash and Sean had spoken with earlier in the night.
So Ash said that...
Oh, Ty, you got
Yeah.
some blinking going.
I know. I can feel. Ash said that you didn't want us up here. How do you feel about me standing right in front of you right now?
Look at that, Ty.
I know.
Are you?
I mean, you like it?
No.
If you do not like Ty standing right there, could you please light that up again to orange?
I'm Ty. I'm not going anywhere.
It took a while, but then the K2 started going off and it was responding to our questions for about, I'm gonna say 2 to 3 minutes, and then nothing.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so how old are you?
You just walking by?
Come back.
I did catch one weird blip at the bottom of the corner. It was like a white ball of light going right in front of Ty. It's definitely abnormal in that we didn't see anything else like that in the footage, but it could be anything from an insect to a piece of dust to a reflection of a flashlight. So definitely interesting to note it, but skeptical too.
Sorry, guys. Not blinking.
I don't know really what was going on there, but we were getting some K2 hits. A lot of us felt like we were being poked, prodded, itchy all over. And then my ears started burning, and I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but there's just heat coming off the side of my head, and I don't know why, but it felt scratched and itchy up there and weird.
Do you want to head back down? Explore a little bit on the way back down?
The biggest piece of evidence of the night was probably just K2 activity. We also got that kind of interesting picture that Sean took, and I would say that Dave's rash, in addition to Ty's ears turning bright red, were kind of interesting pieces of evidence too.
It's nothing concrete. It's very like sporadic. Nothing really made a lot of sense.
I felt no threat or danger in this place tonight at all. It was very quiet, comfortable. I felt very calm and safe.
Last season on Haunt Me, we introduced our very own rating system, which classifies each investigation by showing how it stacks up against the others. This uses a simple numerical scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being the least active and 10 having the most paranormal activity. A rating of 1 to 3 would classify it as Frith level, an Old English word meaning safe. This means that the haunt would have minimal K2 interactions, a few personal experiences but with no solid proof, and no other significant activity. A rating of 4 or 5 is considered obstreperous, a word meaning minor troublemaking. This means that the spirits might be more active, but might not be aware of the presence of the living. If we capture any EVPs or see any objects moving on their own, it would cause us to bump up a haunt from Frith to obstreperous level. A rating of 6 or 7 would be considered angiate, a word meaning understanding. If we have intelligent, aware spirits interacting consciously with us through K2 or EVP recordings, or if we catch visual evidence of a spirit, the haunt would be classified as angiate. A rating of 8 or 9 would be considered bellicose, a word meaning aggression. If there is an element of malice or danger involved for the investigators, it would cause us to bump our rating up to this level. This could involve physical harm done to the investigators or extreme energy drain. A very rare haunt would be given the rating of 10, the blood row level. This is an Old English word meaning bloodthirsty. If investigators were exposed to life-threatening situations or any extreme violence from spirits, this would cause us to raise the rating to blood row. We try to take into account experiences collected before our arrival at a location. We interview homeowners and building managers and collect their stories before we investigate. This is why we give locations a pre-rate score. We then average the pre-rate score with Haunt Me's own investigator score. We believe this makes our ratings more accurate because the activity does not begin and end with Haunt Me's time at the location. Last season, our investigations encompassed a broad range of the scale from 2.5 to 7. The Leamington farmhouse was our most haunted location, with Ty and I being physically affected by whatever was there. We rated this place as 7. This season we'll continue to classify Maine locations as we travel to 6 new places across the whole state. Let's see how the McArthur Library fits in.
The Biddeford Library was an interesting hunt for us because it marked our return to the city of Biddeford after last year's textile mill episode. During this investigation, we had minimal K2 activity and captured some questionable video, photographic, and shadow play evidence. A lot of our evidence is up for debate this time around. The red marks that appeared on Ty and our cameraman are interesting, but we decided to rule them out because of the amount of insulation that we were all exposed to in the attic. When evidence is debatable like this, it's always good to err on the side of caution. We've given this a rating of 3, a Frith level haunt.
Season 2 was made possible by everyone who donated to our Kickstarter campaign. So thank you so much to all of you.
Thank you guys.
A round of applause for you.
Okay, so anyway, we want to give out an individual thank you to
Marie George.
That's my friend Marie. Hi.
Melissa Genovese.
Jennifer Tuttle.
And that's my professor. What's up, Jen?
Katie Nordford.
We know you.
Oh,
I messed
Katie.
it up.
Wait, where are we? Teresa Howley.
Garrett Bolton. Or
Mark Aliquo.
It could be Jarrett.
I know,
Is
it could be Jarrett.
Hi, Mark.
Garrett or
Either one.
Jarrett.
Yeah, hi Mark. Mark actually,
Hey, Mark.
we did an episode at your house, and then you gave us money, so that's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, you basically rock. Okay, Lori Nordford.
The Nordfors clan came out for
yeah,
this.
I think that they are winning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heather Moore. Thank you.
And Tracy Morin.
Andrew Cash.
Katrina Loaf.
Teresa Spivey. Thank you, Teresa.
Teresa, hi.
We miss you.
Hi, Teresa.
Josh Jackson. God, I can't talk today.
We are horrible.
I'm messing up.
The great and honorable Grant Wilson.
Grant Wilson.
Thank you. What?
Bruce Gowan.
I hate how much you like this. That's Papa Gal.
Susan McHugh.
Another one of my professors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, UNE came out, and I
Wow.
appreciate that.
That's great.
Judy Martin. Thank you, Judy.
Oh, Judy. The famous Brittany
Dose.
Palm. I've heard so much about you.
Brittany.
Yes, Brittany's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, I thank you. Lily Bryan, she actually was the one who pushed us to 1,500 in our goal.
Oh wow.
Little factoid there for you guys.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, what? Michelle Solier?
Yeah, Michelle.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no. Thank you,
Oh,
Michelle.
Charlie Wittes.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. Shannon Gallagher.
Oh, Deb Rossi.
We love you, Deb.
Deba. My friend Petra. Petra Lehman.
Elizabeth Freeman.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Oh, from acting class.
Yeah.
Mandy Wortman.
Oh yeah, man.
Manders.
Manders.
Sharon Cullen. Oh, you won our t-shirt contest.
Oh, great.
Thank you. Thank you for coming back.
Aaron Cross.
Aw,
Aw,
tech
Aaron.
Thank you.
Aaron's the
She
best.
just let me use her nail polish.
Sean's mom. M. Elizabeth Ruark.
Thanks, Ma. Oh, Zach Palm.
Okay, side note here, he actually messaged me after that he wants his name to be known as Z Pizzle, if you want to throw a graphic on the screen for that.
Z Pizzle.
Joel Crabtree.
Somehow it worked out that I get to read my dad's name, Greg Brooks.
Oh, Admiral Brooks. Thank you, Admiral Brooks.
Thank you.
Brooks.
Mr. Devin F.
Devin Flood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flood?
That was the last one.
All right.
Thank you guys so much again.
Thank you.
Thank you.